Alright. Hi, how are you guys doing? Hopefully nothing's too loud because I know whenever I get on here everything is just like overly too loud on YouTube. Okay, let's get into it. My name is Rhodesia. You can call me Rhodey, and this is my YouTube channel, Moxie Flair Soul, and I'm about to do a current energy read just right now. Uh, Honestly, I had been wanting to do readings, but I have just been feeling like I have to do them. I have to keep doing them. So here I am. And let's get into it. All right. Angels, spirits, and guys, thank you so much for loving me, guiding me, protecting me. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I have to do. I love like I'm supposed to be. Please allow me to be able to read the messages that need to come through right now for me and for the collective. What do we need to know? What advice do we need? And just whatever we need to know, I guess. I always have to pray. So, right. I'm just reading, guys. What do we need to know right now? I don't know. I keep hearing patience, or it's like what I keep seeing is patience and healing, and that's the same thing I've been getting for like the last few days. It's like, what's going on? It's like patience, healing, patience, healing. So, all right. Oh, okay. This card just flipped around. The Emperor. As a collective, we need to be grounded. We need to be stable, especially with people kind of going crazy right now. Yeah, it's like grounded, stable, and it's okay to go outside. Obviously, it's okay to go outside, but obviously, you don't need to be around people like that, especially if you don't know them. You don't know what they got going on with them, but like, it's okay to go outside. Like, if you want to go for a walk, if you want to go for a run, if you want to go jogging, working out, all that type of stuff, please do so. Please take care of yourself. If you feel like you need to go out into nature, do that if you can, if you're allowed to, right? Because I know some places have like um uh curfews going on. In some places they aren't even allowing people to go outside, which is like in Wuhan, China, like where the outbreak started, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So take care of yourselves. Keep grounding. That's for all of us. See, patience and healing. And it's kind of like the perfect timing for that, right? Patience and healing. A lot of people during this weird time, this interesting time that we're in right now, a lot of people coming out of this, you're going to be um just more stable in a way, is what I'm getting. Is like some people, like during this time, there's going to be work that you're putting in to whatever you have already been working on or you will start working on, and it's like you are building something right now. That's like for everyone, but yeah, for the collective, it's like this is a time to build, this is a time to be patient, and a time for healing. All right. Angel, spirits, and guides, anything else that you want us to know? This card wanted to flip over very interestingly, and it's looks like the Emperor card as well, even though obviously all these cards have the same artwork and all that great stuff, but this is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Some people are choosing to not see the truth, which is what the Two of Swords is. Depicted in like a normal tarot deck. It's a woman with the two swords. Her arms are going across her chest like this with the two swords, and she has a blindfold on. And in some cases, that's some people shielding their heart because it's like right here in front of your heart. Like she's shielding her heart from the truth of something, right? And she's choosing not to see because she has a blindfold on. But the things that, to me, when I see that, a lot of the times it's like, you've already seen it. So why put the blindfold on? It's like my thinking. But it's like choosing to not see the truth. So if that's for some people willfully, like willfully choosing to not know the truth about what's going on in their lives or even what's going on globally, is what's going on right there. But again, like I said, these two cards are similar. Try to talk here. The cards are similar, but what I was saying is, like, as you can see, there's the moon there, but the depiction of the moon is literally the same in both of these. And it's like this red haze coming out from behind the moon. I'm trying to get it to where you can see it because I don't have my lights on, but even it's like what I'm getting is like, even though like in some cases some people are kind of in darkness because they are literally staying inside, or just some people are even just feeling like they're in darkness. Like, so for some people this might be the dark night of the soul. Like some people are probably really breaking down, even spiritually breaking down, which is kind of like dark night of the soul is when those triggers, it's like those little triggers that start going off and you're like, what the heck is going on? And you just kind of take a step back and you stay to yourself, right? And you go through those challenges with yourself. And then in the end, you come out learning from those lessons, right? But that's what I'm getting. Kind of like the what is it? I'm thinking of like the break of dawn or something like that. But kind of like, you know how like light comes through from darkness. It's like the sun is poking out, or like the sun went away, the moon is here, but it'll come back soon type of thing. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting right there. Okay, bottom of the deck. Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords. Like I said, especially during this time that we're going through right now, there are some people who are possibly going through a dark night of the soul right now, who are overthinking, who are having anxiety, some people who aren't sleeping well, like some things that are causing them right now to not sleep well, possibly because of the things that are going on right now. Interesting. But that was the bottom of the deck, so I'm not really going to take that card out, but I felt like I needed to say something about it because it felt like I needed to. So for some people, there's a need for you there's a need for you to fight, is what I'm getting. For some people in the collective, there's a need for you to fight those like thoughts and those anxieties and all that type of stuff that is causing you to have anxiety. For some people, it's time for you to fight it. Not time for you to let it control you or control your life. You have to fight it. And lay down the differences from it. Lay down the differences that you have from it that you may have been trying to hold on to. The differences. It's time for you to let the differences be, whether that's within yourself or with other people. Like there's a need to fight, but also there's a need to lay down some things that are just different. Just be, right? It's like, just be. You don't need to change it, type of thing. Some things you can't change. Anything else? All right. Also within this current energy, I'm getting transformation. Butterflies, transformation. Like truly, like for some people, like they really are within this like period of needing to just process and grow. That's what I'm getting. Back again to patience and healing. Because when you think about a butterfly, the whole process of, you know, the caterpillar becoming the butterfly, that takes time, right? Patience, healing, and it goes through so many steps, so many steps, so many steps. So basically kind of like healing until it finally comes out as a butterfly. So that's kind of us as a collective. It's like we were going through some things and now we are kind of being cocooned in a way. Cocooned. And then we will come out kind of like the sun coming out, or like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Like that's really what I'm getting. And it's like, again, back to also some people building things during this time. Like you're like actually like building things and like maybe focusing and putting more energy into those different things, especially since some people actually have the time to now because they're being forced to be to themselves. It's building a foundation. And it's like some people have to stop hiding and go into the truth. And it's like you're being forced, like I said, it's like literally being forced into the cocoon. That's interesting. All right. Anything else, angel spirits and guides? Anything else? Okay. Some people need to find the beauty in loss as well. Find the beauty in loss. Some things just aren't meant for you. Okay. And also, yeah, some things just aren't meant for you. I feel that some people were going after something heavy, like was really going after something. And when they didn't get it, it was possibly kind of heart crushing. And the thing is that it was not for you. That was a blessing in disguise, right? Because something better comes that's actually in alignment with who you are. Yeah, that was weird. Like my heart was like feeling kind of, all right. Like devastated. Okay. All right. This is one of the reasons why I kind of wasn't wanting to do readings, because I didn't want to connect to people's energies. Like I wasn't trying to connect to my own energy, honestly. That made me a little sad. All right. Something better is coming. Three of Pentacles. Building. The Three of Pentacles is like a group of people building something together. This can be teamwork. This can be like, I'm thinking of a classroom right now. I'm thinking of like group effort. But again, like I said, this is like building something, even if this is like the social distancing that everyone's talking about, because those pentacles aren't like right up on each other. But this can be through the internet, some people building things, like literally virtually building things for themselves. And it's a team effort. So it's not just one person, it's multiple people building something together. And what I'm getting is that we will all get over this mountain. We will all get over this mountain. Virtually, even though like we aren't supposed to be around people physically that much right now, especially people that we aren't around every day, I feel like there is a camaraderie that's going to happen because everyone is going through this together, even though we are separate, right? It's like getting over the mountain together. All right, anything else? I really like this. It's like well, obviously I want like little divots in the reading for like obviously not for everyone, some things, but the wholeness is that we're all going to get through it together. And for a lot of people, this is going to be like a period that's forcing them, literally forcing them to transform, like being forced into transformation, which is what happens. Actually, it's like when you ignore something long enough, you get forced into it because you're trying to hide from it and then you get forced into it. That's interesting. That's what happens. All right. Anything else from this deck, angel spirits and guides? One more shuffle. Oop. That was a lot of okay, yep. This goes upside down, the Five of Swords, but there is really a need to cut some things off. I talked about needing to fight earlier, like a need to fight and a need to let go of differences. This is literally having to cut it off, like cut off those differences. If there's a need to cut off a certain person or a certain entity or a certain thought or just something that is honestly not good for you, and it's basically you having to take it out of your life, whether that's within yourself, whether that, like I said, is with someone else, or maybe it's something physical, you know, but a need to cut it out of your life. And with it coming out upside down, I feel like there's some people who just aren't going to do it, or they're just trying to ignore it, or maybe they honestly haven't come to the idea or the thought that they even have to, or like they haven't even come to the like the I can't even get it out, like the like it's like the process of like getting to it. It's like oh, I can do that type of thing. Like they haven't even realized that they can cut this out of their lives, is what I'm getting. Which is interesting. Is like if there's something you don't like, or if there's something that's negative, like yeah, cut it out of your life. But I feel like there's some people who felt like they couldn't, or they just didn't know that they could, and now hopefully they do know that they can cut this out of their lives. Okay, that was interesting. But yeah, there's for some people there's a need to just cut it out. There's like nothing else that you can do there. And the Nine of Wands. So it's like, just go to the next step and keep going and keep going and keep going until you reach it, until you reach that fulfillment that you're trying to get. So again, like I said, I feel like there's like we're going over a mountain, and that we're going to get over the mountain. So we just have to keep going, all of us collectively and separately within all of our journeys. All right. Also, that was 2 9s. Okay, which is like honestly close to completion, close to completion, close to completion, close to completion. All right. Boop. You know my favorite message cards if you've watched me before. My Bibles. Let's get one card from The Universe Has Your Back deck. And let's end this reading off. And I hope that this reaches who it's supposed to reach, I hope, and helps someone or anyone. I don't know. One card from this deck, please, angels, please, guides. For the collective, for this current energy. All right, one more. So perfect, dude. I can't. This card says, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. honestly, while I was doing the reading, I kept thinking, there's a need for love. There's a need for understanding. Yes, there's people that's freaking out. And to me personally, I'm just like, they're crazy. But you have to realize that they're scared. Some people are actually literally scared. And you just have to reach out to them and love them. Let them know everything's going to be okay. Because truly, everything is going to. Did y'all hear that? Everything is going to be okay. So let me show you the card. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. All of this is forcing us to either love ourselves more or to love others more. This is also forcing us to be more connected to people, which in a weird way doesn't sound right, but it is. It's like, yeah, but then like within this, it's like forcing you to possibly talk to people more because you're like, oh crap, I do want to see that person. Let me talk to them, type of thing, right? So again, this is a time for contemplation. This is a time for patience and healing, but also love, and to remember that you are a human having an experience here, but you're also very spiritual. So don't forget your spiritual side, and don't forget to keep feeding it and to keep nurturing it, because everything's not about the physical. It's also about the mental, and also about our connection, right? To each other, our connection to each other, and also our connection to our guides, to our ancestors, to our past loved ones, to spirit, universe, God, Allah, Buddha, whatever, Jesus, right? Whatever it is for you. But just to know that you are connected to that, and you have to keep nurturing it. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that within this whole bundled up message that it helped. There was something in it for whoever watches this, and thank you, and embrace magic and light. See you next time.